Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms. Spent the last week at the Equipment Expo in Louisville, Kentucky, and it was a really good time. We saw some cool equipment, but I'm also really ready to be home. So, my grandson and I have been doing a little fishing today. How many fish have you caught, Zayden?
I caught one and he caught 0.
0. He's got to keep bringing up that I haven't caught any yet. But I'm going to take a break. I'm going to set my pole down over here and let him fish. And I want to talk a little bit about a thought that was running through my head on that long drive back from the show, and from a couple conversations I had with people, is about the John Deere quick attach system and why they have their own. So Zayden just got his line hung up on this tree stump over here. We decided just to call it a day on the fishing. It's just too windy out here, and every time he casts it gets hung up. So we're gonna get the tractor out, skid loader out, move a little dirt, finish that conversation about the John Deere quick attach system. But before I do that, I want to show you guys what I'm thinking about doing. I'm thinking about taking my machines down inside the pond and doing some cleanup work while it's dry, but I'm also afraid I'm going to get them stuck. So I'll show you what the terrain looks like, see what you guys think, if I can make it down there or not. As you go to look at this, just keep in mind we're in a record drought. All the local ponds look like this, and there's nothing we can do about it, but maybe take advantage of it being so low and see if we can clean it up down there. Whoa, are you sliding down the hill?
Yeah. Papa, we could dig some of the dirt out.
Wait, tell me again, turn around. What do you want to do?
We could dig that dirt out a little bit more.
While the water's low, we could dig it out?
Yeah.
So Zayden just had the exact same idea I came down here to talk to you about. So when we cut out the island over here, we reached as far as we could with that mini excavator and tried to dig some of the muck out right here. But that muck was so thick, and this was underwater, we couldn't see what we were doing, and we just kind of made some holes. So now that all of this is dried up, it feels like I could possibly get all the way down here and fix all of this. But I don't know if it's that dry or not. So this all looks dry, and I'm not really sinking right here. I come over here, I've got that moon sand effect. It's got a dry layer with a wet layer under it. It's squishy. There's what? Fox?
Yeah.
Come here. Come here and tell me about it. Oh, let's just tell we got people watching. What did you see?
Fox prints.
Fox prints? Well, let's go look and see if we can find a fox down here.
In camera?
Now, do you think that's a fox or maybe a baby deer?
Maybe a fox.
Maybe a fox?
Because you see these right here.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
That would freak me out.
I think it might be a raccoon. So I'm hoping for a lot of comments on this video. Comment topic number 1, is that a fox? Is that a raccoon? What kind of prints do we have there? Comment number 2, is it worth it to bring my equipment down here? You guys know I have a 38 horsepower compact tractor and a 9,500 pound skid loader with tracks on it. Could I come down here? I bet I could get over there. That looks completely dry. It's over here that I don't know how far I could go before I run into trouble. And the third thing, after I give my thoughts on it, is do you like the John Deere quick attach system? But right now, let's get some dirt moved before I run out of daylight. What?
Found more.
You found more? What is it?
Fox.
Fox?
Yeah. It's leading up there. You see him? It's leading up there. All the way up there. Where are these leading to? Probably scaring us.
You let us know if you see a fox. All right, so this is where I had the borrow pit that turned into moon sand or quicksand, and it was just like this whole area was like a waterbed. Feels fine to walk on now, but I'm gonna drive the skid loader out here. I need to take this pile of dirt and spread it where I took the sod and see how solid we are right here. So if you didn't see it, I got the skid loader stuck in this spot right here, and I made a follow-up video talking about this being basically quicksand because it just squishes and I can't pack it in because I made the decision to fill the dirt in while it was still full of water. So I'm checking on it now, and it looks a lot better, but it's not dried out completely. And I thought you'd be able to see it in this shot, but you really can't. But every time I drive, it smashes down and the spot next to it lifts up. Now I think I've figured out a solution to that that's going to kill two birds with one stone, and you'll see that in a future video. Now this strip I'm working on right now is where I peeled all the sod off and laid that sod on the far pond dam. And now I'm just filling that back in so I don't have a drop off. And basically at that point this area will be complete. Now that I've got that strip filled in, I'm going to use the little bit of topsoil that's left and just cover across this bank. Ideally, I'd have a good layer of topsoil across all this clay, but for now, I'm just going to use what I have, get rid of that pile, and see if we can get some grass to grow over here. So I mentioned earlier that I was going to talk a little bit about the John Deere quick attach system, and I'm talking about the one used on compact tractors. And for a long time I defended John Deere continuing to use that system because I said I think it's actually possibly a little bit better, or at least it's just as good as the skid steer setup. But I've really changed my mind because now that I have a skid loader, and I know several people who have other tractors that use the skid steer quick attach, I've come to the conclusion, and this is really nothing groundbreaking, it's old news that probably most people would agree with, but it's starting to irritate me that John Deere uses their proprietary system, because it just doesn't matter if it's better or not, because you're inconveniencing people who may have access to multiple machines. And there's just a staggering level of arrogance in saying that everyone else should adapt to what you do. It's just like with charging cords. Almost everything on the market has moved to using a USB Type-C, but Apple still uses their own proprietary chargers. And that is an inconvenience to everybody. So even though that conversation didn't really fit in this video, after talking to a bunch of implement manufacturers and other tractor owners up at the show we were at this week, it just was something that was on my mind, so I thought I'd see what you guys think. So tell me in the comments, what's your favorite tractor manufacturer? And if you are a Deere guy or you aren't, what do you think about them continuing to use their own proprietary front-end loader attachment system? Alright guys, this is not graded perfectly flat, but it just wouldn't matter if it was, because I've still got that spot that's spongy, and every time I cross it, it moves. So I can't do it till I fix that, but I figured out a way to fix that that's gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So we'll see that in a video here soon. But as far as today, I appreciate you taking time to watch. Tell me in the comments what you think about all the questions I posed. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.